We won't change, we see that because of the protests. And we want to go with this kind of sessions to the core of the situation. Not only police brutality, but we want to go to the core. That is our ego, the cultural layers we have, the conditioning we have drawn with us for many generations about especially white people being supreme. And we want to address discrimination and racism. Okay. So let's get started. Please find a comfortable position. And make sure you have good enough support. Please close your eyes. And let's just start by getting ready, that you're feeling that we're going to do something for ourselves and for each other. So take a nice deep inhale. And exhale through the mouth and relax. Relax your body so you don't have any tension. Relax your muscles, lower your shoulders, loosen your jaw. Again, take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Relax, feel yourself getting centered, feel yourself getting ready. And take another nice deep inhale. And exhale and relax. Very good. Now just breathe normally. And now try to breathe a little slower and a little deeper than you normally would do. A little slower, a little deeper. That's just to signal your body that it is in a safe place. And notice where you feel your breath the most. Maybe you feel your breath the most in your nostrils or the back of your throat. Or maybe you feel your breath the most in your chest or your tummy. Just notice where you feel your breath the most. Put your attention there. For a few moments, try to follow your breath. Notice how it goes in and out. In and out. Continue following your breath. And if you, during this session, notice that your mind wanders off, that's okay. Simply, without judgment, return to your breath. And for a moment, just concentrate on that point where you feel your breath the most. Notice how that feels. Because now I want you to drop that point of focus, into your heart space. So focus on your heart, feel that point, and also imagine that you are breathing through your heart. Breathing in through your heart, out through your heart, in through your heart, and out through your heart. Keep breathing through your heart, nice and calm, nice and slow. And know that your heart creates the biggest electromagnetic field around you. It's measurable several feet away from us. And this field connects us to each other. It also connects us to the electromagnetic field of the earth. In this way we create basically a psychic internet where we are all connected. We can strengthen that connection by generating the same feelings and emotions inside of us as we breathe through our heart. That common frequency connects us, and as we set an intention, it will make that signal stronger. And the more people do this, the stronger the field gets, the stronger the signal gets, the farther it reaches. And in recent mass meditation sessions with thousands of people, up to millions of people, scientists have seen spikes in the Earth's Schumann's resonance frequency. As a result of our heart coherence, of those strong signals we create by setting an intention and holding the same frequency. And this works in small groups as well, though it's very subtle. So keep breathing through your heart. And as you do that, repeat after me in your mind the intention we're going to set. Our intention is that the aggressive protests and violence from the past days, aimed at stopping police brutality and raising awareness for racism and discrimination, especially towards the Black community, will be transformed into peaceful protests and constructive dialogue. And that we as a human society all sit down to find our core being and start to act in everyday life as if the changes we want to see in the world are already taking place. Let us be the change we want to see in the world. Repeating that, our intention is that the aggressive protests and violence from the past days aimed at stopping police brutality and raising awareness for racism and discrimination, especially towards the Black community, will be transformed into peaceful protest and constructive dialogue, and that we as a human society all sit down to find our core being and start to act in everyday life as if the changes we want to see in the world are already taking place. And as you have that in your mind's eye, hold that intention and create the feeling. Just see it in front of you. You've already seen pictures of policemen hugging Black people. How do you feel when you see that? Do you feel joy, appreciation, gratitude, care, compassion? Create those feelings inside of you. See it happening right now. Breathe through your heart. Generate that feeling inside of you. Maybe you also can see black people, minority populations living amongst white people. Amongst the local population, integrated, working together, accepting each other, sharing ideas, sharing insights. How does that feel? You see that happening right in front of you. Generate that feeling. Breathe through your heart. Fill your body, fill your field with that feeling. Maybe you've all seen that video that's circulating on the net of a little white boy and a little black boy running towards each other on the street, hugging each other, so happy to see each other. And the black boy is asking the white boy about the car in his hands, and they run off together. Can you see that happening in front of you? How does that feel? Make that feeling strong inside of you as you breathe through your heart. Maybe you can see the CEO of a big company hiring people, getting a job application from a refugee or an immigrant, and instead of putting it straight away, actually looking at this person's education and thinking about the benefits this new and different knowledge might have for his company. Can you see the CEO ringing, calling to this person, to this immigrant, asking about his education, being interested, wanting to learn more? How does that feel when you see that in front of you? Generate that feeling. But also, could you see yourself having a black person or an immigrant family living next to you as your next door neighbor? Being invited over for coffee, or you invite them over for coffee or tea. Getting to know each other. Because deep inside, we all want the same thing. Deep inside, we are all human beings. And even though we have different backgrounds, we all have similarities. Similarities that connects us to each other. And when we start with those similarities, we make contact. and we can learn from each other. We can learn from each other's differences. Can you imagine how that feels? Again, generate that feeling inside of you. Joy, appreciation, gratitude because you learned new things. You know someone from a different country or a different background. Can be fun, isn't it? Just spread that feeling, that energy out into your electromagnetic field. Hold on to those feelings, hold on to those scenes as I repeat the intention one more time. Our intention is that the aggressive protests and violence from the past days, aimed at stopping police brutality and raising awareness for racism and discrimination, especially towards the Black community, will be transformed into peaceful protest and constructive dialogue. And that we as a human society all sit down to find our core being and start to act in everyday life as if the changes we want to see in the world are already taking place. See the change, feel it. Breathe through your heart nice and calm. Now let go. Let it go. See how it goes through your electromagnetic field out into the world. All together, as a group. Just let go and trust the process. Just be for a little while. Notice how you feel. Can you be that person? Can you be the change? Can you show to your government, to your local police force, how you want them to treat Black people, immigrants, other minorities? Show them how it's done. Show them that's possible. Now let's slowly get back to our group. Just notice the room you are in. Notice any sounds in the room. Take a nice inhale and exhale. Move your body back and forth and from side to side. And wiggle with your fingers and toes. And when you are ready, open your eyes.